help me out. Answer this for Karen. So, question again. Karen has done all of her figures, and on paper, the product idea looks good. What can she do to help her take the final leap to actually go for it? What can she do to make that final leap and press go on that product? Now, I am certain that if you haven't gone through that, you thought about it at least. So I would love to get your feedback on some ways that she can think about that. So Jenny says, look at the profit margin. Dave King says, you just got to go for it. It's all about determination. Murray says he goes with his gut. If it feels good inside, he goes for it. And actually, they've proven now that there's synaptic connections in your gut, based on your microbiome as well, that actually a gut feeling about something is a very important thing. They used to think it was nothing, but they've proven now there's actually synaptic connections like you have in your brain inside your gut, which gives you almost like another brain in your belly. And that's why you have a gut feeling, for instance. Maddie Burke says, just try it. Michelle says, it's called a leap of faith. Brad says, make sure it's easy to deal with your supplier. Nick says, if it's something that I would personally like to have, that's going to be a big thing for him. Karen says, I want to make sure it has a profit margin over 30%. Lauren says, it's your why. Why are you doing this business? Why are you building this business? It's that will push you through when you're feeling a little uncertain. Abdullah says, run a small test. Yvette says, check if it's actually selling. Sean says, don't think too hard about it. Just go for it. Oh, Mr. Oliver, I'm on the same page as you. I'll read Steve's out in a little wee while. Rich Sainsbury says, just do it with blind faith. Sean says, I have an interesting product. Kate, who's one of our Amazon coaches, her own business is at $60,000 a month. So Kate says, action builds a business. Procrastination gets you nowhere. You learn from doing. Very, very cool. Kathy says, Kathy's also one of our Amazon coaches. Just do a small order. So if you haven't got much on the line, there's not much risk there with a small order. Vicky says, if it's something that you're interested in, give me the run on numbers. Got to back yourself, Hayden says. Only one way to know, you just got to go for it. Trust in your decisions. Take a deep breath and press go. Tracy says, don't overthink it. Take action and go for it. Ben says, just do it. Ben actually said something else, but I'm trying my best not to swear on this now. And it rhymes with lucking. Ben says, just lucking, do it. Go with your gut and go for long-term potential. All right, cool. Thank you so much for helping, guys. There's some really, really good information in there. Here's my take on it. So my take is very, very similar to Steve Oliver's, actually. So we're on the same page with this. Steve said that you want to give yourself permission for it not to work as you expect it to work. So most people procrastinate because of either the fear of failure or the fear of the unknown, which is kind of the same thing, but expressed in a different way. And interestingly enough, a great exercise for you to do when you're launching, in fact, in most things in life, when you've got kind of procrastinating, got some fear of failure going on, is to write out what would have to happen for this to be a success. You're trying to work out what your rules are, your internal rules that you've created subconsciously for something to become a success, for you to feel that you've been successful at something. And I promise you, if you do it, you'll be amazed at the shit you come up with that you have to do for something to be a success. It's just insane. And when you read it, you'll have a chuckle to yourself and you'll go, there's no way in hell I could do all those things. And you kind of have internally set yourself up for failure by not allowing yourself to have success. Interesting little exercise. Anyway, so what I do is I give myself permission for it not to work as I thought it was going to work, and I give myself permission for it to quote unquote fail, with the full knowledge that if it does, I'm going to learn a shitload of stuff from it anyway, which kind of brings us back to what Kathy was saying with regards to small order, to what Kate was saying with regards to taking action on it. So give yourself permission for it to not work as you think it's going to work, and just to kind of go along with the flow as it's going through things, okay? That's been something that's been really, really useful for me. Big, big, big thank you to everybody that played along with that. Super, super important. One of the many things I love about the AOE community, the Aussie Online Entrepreneur community, is how friggin' supportive you guys are, and I just think that's bloody brilliant. So massive thanks for that. Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much, much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales have used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon, that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.